Telling a friend, that's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Anyone sign with a new team for multi-million dollars today? Nothing?
A lot of bums did.
Nothing? You didn't? Nobody signed anything?
A lot of overpaid guys.
Do they do any kind of, and I don't know if I should even ask this question, but like I'm thinking in the hospitality business, is there any poaching? Like if you could have a draft, you find a really great bartender and maybe they're not being treated right at their establishment, and then you can bring them over and they're really good with people. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not like they should. I wonder if they should have like a free agency signing day. Hey, I'm looking for a new gig.
That's why Doug worked for Doug Works one day a week.
Have you guys ever poached a really great?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Probably more cooks and stuff though, right?
No, it was bartender.
One of the best bartenders in that area.
Yeah.
Matt got. He worked on that for 2 years though.
Really?
Yeah, but a year and a half wasn't hitting on her.
No.
Year and a half.
Year and a half. And what was the final straw? Like, have you ever, I guess I'm interrupting myself, but have you ever been sitting at a bar and see an employee not being mistreated, but you can tell they're just not happy, and the boss comes out and like, Jesus.
This one.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, this one. But she was there for a long time. She was afraid to make the move that she wasn't going to make the money she was making there.
Right.
And it turned out she made a lot more. So it worked out. But his final, like he was a dick to her one morning, and she texted me. She's like, I'm on my way. She's like, I got to give it 2 weeks, but he's not going to take it. And he did. He made her work out the 2 weeks.
He did. Did he know where she was going?
Yeah.
Well, did you get shit for that? No. Like, did you get any shit from him?
No, because he thinks his shit don't stink, so he doesn't. He thought she was going to make no money, and she was crawling back to him, and it was just the opposite.
Yeah.
And then people are unhappy. Then they come there to Matt.
Yeah.
That Matt gets blamed for poaching when she doesn't. I think.
No, but she came and said, "Hey, I'm unhappy. If you got anything, let me know."
Well,
not her, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Other people.
Other people have. Yeah. I could see that.
We got him actually blamed for poaching other people that just wanted to get out of where they were.
And we didn't try to even poach them. They came to us and said, we've already put our 2 weeks in. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And then you find out they're lying to you. They
got
the job.
That did happen.
So now it looks like you stole them when you really didn't. They said, I already put the 2 weeks in, blah, blah, and then turns out.
He's also got the best dishwasher in all of the West Side.
He could. Who knows? I mean, there may be. Who
there was a competition as dishwasher.
I thought Matt was washing dishes. Either that or he's hanging out with the other guys who got rescued off of Braddock's Bay. What happened?
No, the problem was I went home sober. That's the problem.
And you landed on your wrist?
Yeah, I was bringing the garbage can back up to the house. And I never saw the sky and the ground hit me so hard in my life. Like, it happened faster than I could ever think about it.
Really?
If it's drunk, you wouldn't have been hurt.
Quite possibly, no. You're right.
Hey, you left just before shots showed up.
I don't see. Should have stayed.
So you wrote something on Facebook about you had a screw in there already?
Yeah, I had a surgery it turns out it's 32 years ago, where I broke a wrist during football and then didn't know it. So 2 years later, I had a problem with it, and they found that this had been broken for 2 years. So they had to put a screw in there. It's about a 3-inch. So that, luckily, I got lucky. It was above that and below that. So it looked like it was going to pop through, but it did not. So
cool.
And then I saw the surgeon today, and now he doesn't think I'm in need surgery. He thinks it's going to heal. So we'll see on Friday. I have another X-ray on Friday with him. So
okay, that's good.
Yeah, it'll be 6 weeks instead of 2 months.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Get right back out there and boating and all that fun stuff. Not having to worry about the weather now, right? Josh Allen,
yes,
secured $330 million contract extension.
Okay,
you excited about this? With a record-setting $250 million guaranteed. I think before that it was Cleveland with $220 million for Massaji.
Don't you have to? He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
I don't know. Sam Darnold was out there. Geno Smith was out there. You could have gone a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is out there. It's all that.
Best.
The deal extends him all the way to 2030, right? And he won the MP despite losing, I guess, one of the top.
I think he goes longer than 30, right? Because this is an extension. He just signed a 6-year extension.
Yeah, they say this. They say here this deal extends.
This is a 6-year deal, so it should extend him 10 years from now. I think
he
said
30
until 35, right?
Said 30.
How much?
They did say 30.
How much cap space? I'm sure that's why they did it. Was to free up cap space. How much cap space did it free up?
Does not say. They just said in anything I saw, it did not say. They structured this deal strategically to free up salary cap space, allowing them to retain key
So
young
essentially,
players.
they're ripping up the last 2 years of the deal.
Right.
So he starts his cap hit all over again. So in the end, they're going to take a nasty cap hit, but for the next few years, they're good.
Right. But
Yeah.
then they think that the cap will keep going
Sure,
up every
yeah.
year. So
Yeah, it's the same thing. Every
You can
other team
restructure
does.
too, though,
Yeah.
can he?
Restructuring pushes that money down the road, which is
further.
where the Cowboys got stuck with Dak because
Yeah.
it was $89 million this year if they didn't re-sign him.
kicking it down the road.
So basically, you're hoping in a Super Bowl or two, and then you know what? You might suck for the next 5 years, but you got a Super Bowl or two. It's a good move. Bean finally got something right. You guys all blame McDermott, but
yeah.
let's be honest, Bean's the problem there. I mean, he just signed a guy today that he way overpaid.
Josh Palmer.
He's terrible. He's never had double digits touchdowns. He's had one last. He's Matt Collins, maybe a little bit better.
Yeah.
Probably paid him double what you would have paid Hollins.
Yeah.
What is
All
being
right.
done other than Josh Allen? He's drafted Cook. What else has he done?
Don't know. We'll see how they do in the draft this year. I don't know.
I mean, he drafted a wide receiver last year. That's a
Yeah.
flash in the pan player.
Hmm.
I just don't know what he's done to deserve any credit. I think McDermott deserves the credit for putting together a team with the guys he's given them to play.
Right. And they
have no
done
number one
well.
receiver.
No.
They don't have a great secondary.
No.
You know, they got a good linebacker they drafted.
I was surprised they didn't try to get something defensively.
They
In
did.
the secondary.
Well, I thought they were
In the
trying
sec-
to get Garrett, but Kevin
Yeah.
kind of explained that.
I don't think that
I
would
didn't
have been
think Myles
an
Garrett was
intelligent deal.
the guy.
He's
And
terrible, dude.
and I also think that Von Miller is going to come back for the veteran minimum or somewhere in there.
You think?
Yeah, they were both sides are open to that, and so it's sort of hinted. I think they're hinting at that, but I don't know. Now Josh Allen can actually buy some facial hair. Kids in Gates Chili High School have more facial hair than he does. I'm watching this. I go, this is crazy. Well, here's the question that I have: do you start, Matt, when you're looking at this stuff, the trend of these mega contracts, right? And you gave a great example and you used the word stuck. The Dallas Cowboys are stuck with Dak Prescott, and he has a really big contract. Does it make it harder for teams to win championships?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you look at the list of quarterbacks, you have to get the number 9 paid in the league right now to find a Super Bowl champion other than Mahomes.
Yeah. And Mahomes took
But his overall value
yes.
was 450 guaranteed, where Josh
for over
is
10 million.
330.
Yeah.
So if you really look at it, it's Mahomes, and then all the way to Jalen Hurts at number 9,
Right.
who has, I think, 255 guaranteed total.
And that brings to my point earlier we were talking about
Right.
where nobody cares about a Super Bowl. They care about that money. You look at how many teams or guys have probably tried to pull these Tom Brady type moves, and the quarterback's like, nah, I'll take the money now.
Yeah. Well, no, you have to have
I-
the team that's willing to spend that money because, listen, Dak Prescott could have signed for $30 million, and Jerry's not going to spend that money somewhere else to build a team better. That's
I'm
the problem.
Pretty confident Bob Kraft, who won't spend a dime anymore,
I know
would
he
have
spent a lot
given
of dimes today.
Tom Brady any money he wanted
I think
at any point after everything was all said and done.
I think Allen has the Tom Brady thing. I think that you don't build a freaking wing on a hospital and
Yeah.
plan on spending your
Yeah.
life in Buffalo and not want to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
He could have gave up a lot more because Brady was giving up $20 million a year.
He gave up a lot of
He
money
gave
in
up
his playing
$20
career,
million in
Yeah.
a couple of years,
so that he could keep
But it-
his roster
It was
intact and have
also
his
much
top
later
defense.
in his career. It wasn't as young as Josh.
Well, he wasn't getting paid when he was younger either.
Not
Yeah.
like this.
I mean, the money's. What would Tom Brady get on an open market right now in his prime?
70.
Shit. I
Easily.
think the guy would get that now. Well, I think he would. I think if you see Geno Smith go for 30 to the Raiders, I got to think if Tom Brady came out of retirement, I wouldn't be surprised if he got 35 for a season.
Oh, he'd get more than that.
You know what I mean? Like
No, he would
guaranteed
get-
money.
No,
Tom,
if
you're
he
going to come
came
back
out of
and hasn't
retirement
played.
right now?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
He-
I
yeah.
wonder. I really do.
But he's saying in his prime. In his prime right now, if he was
Oh,
in his
God.
prime right now, he's
Yeah.
getting 65.
Yeah. I think that's an easy.
But he wouldn't take
That's
it.
an easy one. This is the most amount of money Buffalo's seen in one place, $250 million guaranteed. Either that or the tip somebody left with Canadian money. Can you imagine this? in
Well,
Canadian
that
money? It'd be
that
fucking
last,
huge.
when Greg opened his office.
It's like,
And they
I know.
check New York State rates for that stadium.
so do you want a record-breaking quarterback with that salary versus rings as a fan? And I guess the thing is, like, he's more apt to get you there than who?
Absolutely.
What? We see Kenny Pickett going as a backup to Cleveland, and I don't know.
It's tough to say. You know what I mean? It's like it's I don't know. You got Mahomes has monopolized the last 7-8 years.
Yeah, yes.
So nobody else is going in and winning. So it's not like it's, you know what I mean? It's not like that it's Allen that can't get in there. I mean, Burrows is the only one that was, and Brady were the only ones that were able to beat Mahomes. Nobody else can.
And Mahomes is the prime example of a Tom Brady guy. He's paying $45 million a year. He's way underpaid. Way underpaid. But,
Yeah.
You know
And he
what?
took
He's
that.
winning.
He took that really big contract.
He
We were
did.
like, well, what? And
Yeah.
then they still went out and they signed. They traded Tariq and got three
It was
different
structured
guys.
right.
Yeah.
So it all goes to the structuring, and then here's Mahomes in Kansas City, but he's on every commercial possible, right? So
Those big cities, they make a lot of money in commercials.
yeah, but
Is Kansas City a big city?
I don't think it is.
It's not, but you're world champions.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're world champions, right? So
You know, I
That's
think
the
Dak-
second point I made
I
to
think
Mark earlier.
I think Dak makes 10 to 15 million a year in endorsements. So think about that on top of your pay.
yeah,
He's the guy that should have taken less. The problem is the union really pushes these guys because if they take less, then the next guy hurts. So they tell them you can't take less, you got to take more, and the agent pushes them. It's got to be the player that says, "No, I'm not going to do that." Like Allen just did, like Mahomes did, obviously a few years ago. Also, from the Cowboys, that just re-signed. He took $4 million less than he could have from another team, but he said, "I wanted to be here in Dallas. I didn't want to go somewhere else. My agent's mad, but too bad."
Is there anybody worried? And I'll ask more Mark, but a curse, you get the money. Not that you underperform. I don't think that'll
I mean,
ever
how
be
much
Josh
more
Allen.
of
That's
a-
that's not what I mean. But
How much
injury,
more of a curse can you have?
no, but I mean injury or for Josh.
I
You
know,
get this
but
money, they pay it all, and now all of a sudden, boom.
if he gets knocked out for a season,
Yeah.
it's no different than him going to Kansas City and losing 13 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, the curse is there. They can't get rid of the curse.
yeah, maybe there's
Well,
250
it's
million.
not the
over
first
what
time
time.
he's been paid. He just got paid.
Yeah.
4
What
years
happens if
ago.
you get a Tom Brady situation where Allen goes out there, gets hurt, and then the backup comes in and
Screwed?
Tom Brady's it?
Wouldn't that be
No,
something?
no.
No, they had
Whoever thought that was going to happen with Tom, that Drew
How
Bledsoe
often
would
does it
lose
ever
his
happen?
job.
I remember sitting in the bar. It was a Monday night game. We were at the sports page down on Monroe after softball, eating wings and drinking beer, playing darts. And Bledsoe got blasted. I'm like, who the fuck is this Tom Brady guy? Who's this piece of shit?
See now, I thought Bledsoe's injury was so bad. Did he puncture a lung?
Yeah, he almost
It was
died.
sad.
Yeah, so he was. So you had time there, right? Because it's not like you're out for. I mean, you could go back to.
And I think they still beat the Jets that game
Yeah,
too.
and it was a cold weather game, so it had to be in November, December
I think
when
it
it
was like
happened.
October. I think it was
Oh,
like
was that early? Because I feel like there was snow on the ground.
Man,
Oh,
there still could have been.
Yeah,
there
that's
still
true.
could have been. But that's where, as you're watching it, I was thinking with Frank Reich. I mean, he came in and did an amazing job.
Short
Short
term.
term, right? So we never had the opportunity to go long term.
God, how many people wanted him to start that Super Bowl, that one Super Bowl where Kelly was hurt, and they're like, no, we're putting Jim in.
I mean, look at the year Brady went out with a torn ACL. They still almost made the playoffs
Yeah,
that
they did.
year with
Yep.
their backup.
Yep.
Was that Castle?
Yeah.
It was. I think they went.
They were 12-4. I think,
Yeah,
or
well, they
11
also
and
had-
five.
five. They just
11-5.
and they tied Miami, but Miami had the tiebreaker.
So 11-5, and they still didn't make the playoffs. That's how good that division was.
What about when Garoppolo was in? When he had to sit out the 4 games, and they went
Yeah.
3-1 in that 4
well,
game
Garoppolo
suspension.
only played one game. He got hurt,
Oh, that's right.
and then Jacoby Brissett
Jacoby
played
Brissett.
2 games.
But they went 3-1 in that 4 game suspension time.
And
I thought.
I think Edelman might have been the quarterback for the 4th game. I don't think they threw the ball once.
I don't remember
'Cause
that.
I remember them beating the Bills.
I don't remember.
remember them shutting the Bills out because we were in Vegas watching the game.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for Drew. He could have torn that team apart
What do you mean?
when he lost his job.
Yeah.
He could have torn that team apart and divided the locker
He's
room.
come out and said he was for like
He's
the
bitter.
first 2 or 3 weeks he was pissed.
Yeah,
Of course he would.
And then he's like, you know what?
I mean,
What am I going to do?
He's
I'm-
still bitter about it, though.
Right.
Yeah, he does. He even on the Tom Brady roast, didn't he seem a little bit bitter?
He's very bitter still, which I don't blame him.
No, he wasn't. He didn't tear it like Mark said. He didn't tear the room apart.
Then he went to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Then he went to Dallas and got replaced by Romo. So how's that go?
Well, Buffalo, he didn't do that badly. I mean, the only receiver they had was Molds. I think
they had no
at the time.
defense.
Yeah.
They were,
And he's still possibly a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah,
Yeah.
his numbers.
Absolutely. So the Bills also got Josh Palmer, 3-year, $36 million deal. You think that's a waste of money?
Terrible.
Justin Fields gets a 2-year, $40 million with a $30 million guarantee from the
At least that could be a 1-year
JETS.
deal for him. What's he thinking though? I don't
Who?
care about the money Fields. I guess he's looking at, hey, I'm gonna have 30 million guaranteed. I can rest the rest of my life. You're never gonna resurrect your career with that team.
And that's the Jets being the Jets, baby.
You had a chance with the Steelers.
Yeah.
You actually had a chance with the Giants.
Yeah.
And you end up with the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, he does get back with Garrett Wilson, his old, teammate at
Right,
Ohio State.
right.
So that might be a comfort thing. But man, that team's a mess. They're losing guys left and right because they can't afford them because of the
The
Rodgers.
Rodgers deal. What is Rodgers going to end up with the Steelers? Do we think?
I would be shocked if he's not.
Yeah,
I think it's either them or the Giants
It's
because
them
the
or the
Giants have
Giants,
one
yeah.
quarterback on their roster
Yeah,
and
I
they
feel
just
like
signed him.
feel like the
And
Giants.
it's Tommy DeVito.
I know.
But you still got the draft coming.
Yes, you
You know,
do.
it depends on what happens. I thought the Raiders would get Sanders, but now with maybe not. With
They're saying
you
the
know,
Giants may move up to 1 to get Ward because they don't want Sanders.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Sanders either.
it's
I
not a
don't.
big jump from where they are. Were they at 6?
I think
Not a
they're
huge jump.
they're at 3, aren't
they?
they?
Are they that high? I thought they dropped themselves by winning that game.
Sam Darnold, 110 with 55 million guaranteed to Seattle.
Prime example of you were in the right system,
Yeah,
you should stay there or find a system similar.
it's going to be. I think this is going to be a mess.
He's gonna go back to
You
Sam
don't.
Darnold.
You don't have DK Metcalf.
You're not going to block
They
it.
don't.
You know,
You're
Tyler
not gonna
Lockett.
block it, and you don't have much of an offensive line.
You have one receiver right now.
Yeah. So
No running backs.
wow, it's fun though, isn't it? Seeing all this stuff, it's
But
fun.
it's fun to see all the quarterbacks the Jets missed on getting jobs starting elsewhere.
Yeah.
And following each other.
Well,
Gino.
who? Oh,
to Darnold.
Darnold, right?
Oh,
Just
Gino. Yeah,
Yeah,
Gino
forgot
was
Gino.
there, yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about Gino being in New York. That's right.
Yeah.
He was a train wreck in New York.
Gino is a good quarterback. I'm not going to say
In
he's
the
a
right system.
superstar, but
Yeah,
he's
I
a
mean,
good quarterback. He did okay in Seattle.
21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions last year. If you look at anybody else, that's terrible. But for
Mm.
Gino, I guess that's all right.
It'll be
I
interesting to see
mean,
what he does.
I'm
with the
just saying
Raiders,
that he seems like he's
He's capable.
He's
He's capable.
good. Yeah.
He's an NFL starting quarterback.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That shows how bad free agency is this year, though. I'm not even upset that nobody's being signed by Dallas because these free agents are overpaid. These are tier 2 guys getting paid like tier 1.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in free agency. A lot of everybody likes the big name splash, but that guy's seen better days. There's a reason why he's out there and his team didn't pay him.
Right. I guess you could see Von Miller go somewhere else, but I don't think so.
He might have been Washington. They're loading up right now.
They are loading up.
Yeah, he made 5 good plays in his 3 years.
Well, as I know, but he had almost as many sacks this year in just the third down thing. And I think he wants to be a GM. I think he's been being coached by the Bills staff. I think he's done meetings and things with these guys. I think he likes it. I think he likes them. I'm
You
not
can
sure.
also go back to Bean again.
Yeah.
You just paid the defensive end that's never had double-digit sacks,
Yeah.
$20 million a year.
right? Yeah. No.
$20 million a year for a guy that's never had double sacks and cost you a championship game against Kansas City because he got just destroyed.
Destroyed. He,
But again, it's Buffalo having to overpay to bring guys in. I will sit on that. I will sit on that rock until the end of time.
But this
Buffalo's
this
gotta
draft
pay
is
more.
so deep with defensive ends and tackles.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
You let the kid learn. You don't want to. You don't.
you don't want to wait. I
wanna
guess you
wait.
want something now.
I guess.
I mean, I think they're gonna. I do think Von Miller will stick around, which would be a good thing if they
Yeah,
do draft
veteran minimum would be a
defensively.
good-
yeah, it'd be a nice thing for Buffalo if that happens. I don't really know, and it seems like
I like
That's-
Vaughn, so I hope he ends up there.
at some point, how much money is too much money? I mean, I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Well, and he's
to
got
say.
a couple Super Bowl rings, but man, if he could get one in Buffalo, that'd be great. You know,
Yes,
Yeah.
but I can't wrap my head around $250 million guarantee. I can't even imagine what you know what I'm saying.
imagine being Josh got 330.
Yeah, 330 with 250 guaranteed. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't imagine that, and I forget what Von Miller's deal was, but geez,
Well, and I think that was the newest one. So Dak was guaranteed 240, and Deshaun was 231 before that.
yeah,
So he's now the most guaranteed.
most guaranteed.
So who's the next QB up then? Who's next?
Could it be Mahomes or what's going
Mahomes
on
has
with
got to get a new deal. I think.
Isn't
what's,
Herbert on his rookie deal?
No, he resigned
He
already.
resigned.
what about
has,
Burrow?
Tua has. I don't know if there's a quarterback coming up that really is due for.
Jordan Love, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be Jordan Love because this will be his 4th year.
Hmm.
Or they just no, they just gave
He's
him one.
getting richer and richer.
No, they just gave him one. He's getting 55.
yeah, he is getting 55. So, but Josh wasn't at the end of this deal.
No,
So
But that was a good move by them. You do it
Yeah.
early. That's
Yeah.
smart. Unlike Jerry, that's smart. You do it now and you can spread it out longer.
Right. That's what I thought. All right. Well, we will take a moment. BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. It's when we're taping this, it's Monday. Every Monday, it's $15.99 steak.
Yep.
And buy one, get one on the pizzas.
Yep.
Cheese pizzas.
Buy one personals. Yep. You
Yeah,
can add
personal.
toppings.
Yes, you can. Then I'm hearing about these apple Cajun wings.
Phenomenal.
That's I had no idea about apple
Yeah.
Cajun wings.
Just add some of those wings to your order tonight.
What's
You've
that?
had the apple Cajun before, Mark.
Have you?
If I had it, before,
Fatso's.
It sounds
I
like
didn't
that.
even think to look
sweet
at
and
that.
hot.
I should have
Oh,
gotten
they're
those
so
tonight.
good. They don't have much of a kick. Just
Yeah.
just a little
That's
tiny
what I mean
bit.
with the
don't-
apple,
Yeah,
too.
don't let the name fool you. The Cajun really doesn't do it. It's a nice apple taste. It's got a little sweet. It's thick. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So
On
you have.
Friday, I had a fish fry. It was amazing.
I was going to say
Fish
now
fry
that
was
Lent is here.
fan-freaking-tastic.
We
So-
sold 13 cases of fish on Friday.
Wow.
The waitress
How
put
many
out
come
so
in a
much shit.
case?
They had to defrost some
About
more because they had
15.
sold so many.
Yeah.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah, because they come in all iced up.
So wow. So they're all pretty fresh then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all iced up, ready to go.
Just
but-
caught out of the lake an hour ago.
right out of the river. We don't even go out on the lake. It's too cold.
No. The wow. So you could go Wednesday and get the plate, load up on your meat because you can't eat meat on
Right.
Friday if you're observing Lent.
Thursday, get the plate.
Thursday, get the plate. I'm sorry, Thursday. That's right. That's
Wednesday, you get the burger, though. So
Yes,
you could load up on
Wednesday's the
Wednesday.
burger is the $8 burger. Thursday is the plate. Best deal in town. What are they? $8.95?
$8.95.
$8.95 for the plate.
It's a ton. I mean, you
I'm-
carry it. It's like 2 pounds.
Yeah,
Can I-
everything there. is
Can I tell you about the
Excellent.
breakfast burrito?
Yes, please. How
You-
big?
You thought the paisano was big?
I
This thing
actually
is as big as the paisano.
I thought the grilled cheese California burrito was more, but
It's the same size as the grilled cheese.
wait,
burrito.
the breakfast burrito is?
Yep.
one of
but
the
it's
kids,
heavier.
one of the boys yesterday, and Tyler's hockey team housed it.
It's the same size, but it's heavier. It's got more. in
Real?
it.
Oh, sure it does.
It's got the house-made sausage in
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's phenomenal.
One of the
Wow.
boys took it down.
ate the whole
And
thing.
Ate the whole
He
thing.
did a deep fried.
He did it deep fried.
Yeah.
Wow.
Put that syrup on there. It's so good. It's
Oh.
a heart attack waiting to happen. It's great.
No,
I'm over here laying with my
No,
2
no,
eggs,
no.
toast, and bacon, and potatoes, and this kid's housing a burrito that's the size of my head.
That's amazing. It's all at BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. know we had the King Society people in here before? And were you in here, Mark, when we had King Society? Yeah, you were here once when she was here.
Yeah.
She didn't want the camera on her face.
Yeah.
Were you here too, Matt, for that?
There might have been a reason for that.
She didn't. No, she
She
didn't want
wasn't
her-
ugly.
No, she wasn't ugly. She wasn't.
That's
But
a surprise.
I know.
Well, that's what I had no expectations. So maybe she really wasn't that good looking. We just thought she was because,
Wow,
we've
see,
seen
that's the
it
thing.
before.
It's
What
like-
I've seen, what I've seen.
Right. By your standards are lower, is what you're saying.
It's a big time low.
But I'm starting to wonder, like, okay, so people in those groups that are outwardly like participants in these groups and things, they're not like super wealthy people, right?
It doesn't seem so.
No, it seems like it's like either end of the economic spectrum,
It seems like
doesn't it? It's like
yeah.
either rich or kind of
Market basement entertainment.
yeah. But I go, the super rich, I think, are into just as much weird shit, and they can hide it better because they've got money. They can pay people to be quiet. They can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, or see people just do it in the privacy and they don't have to go to a king club.
I like to swing like it's my birthday.
Well, yeah, there's a there's somebody in town with a lot of money who had like a whole bunch of people get together in his basement. I think.
Did he own a team in Rochester?
No,
Kano.
no.
On CMF.
A new memoir
It
is
was just
out.
him and Kevin Gillen smoking weed.
It's called Careless People, a cautionary tale of power, greed, and lost idealism. And it's talks about the inner workings of Facebook, now Meta, and how people did some there was some stuff that was going on, and this chick worked there. Now, they're, of course, saying like it's bitter stuff, but some of it's weird. Like Zuckerberg, there's nothing really sexual, but
Look at the guy.
he went into India or something, and he wanted people to softly mob him so he could have a video. Like they're running up and mobbing him, and he kind of
We do that to you at Mo Connery's.
yeah. So in this woman says that the second in command, Sandberg, she's Sheryl Sandberg, who people know, spent $13,000 on lingerie for she and her assistant, 26-year-old female, while they were in Europe. And that when they would be on road trips and things, going to wherever or traveling, they would one would put their head in the other one's lap and they'd be stroking their hair and all this. And now Sheryl Sandberg is like pretty powerful within that company, and I think has a boyfriend, and she's calling her. I go, it's the same thing, except they have money and they can be on a private jet and 4 or 5 people see it. But if you're that way and you don't have a lot of money, you got to join the King Society. You got to do that.
There's a better way than joining the King Society.
I got to think there is.
She's kind of hot for 55.
Who?
Sheryl Sandberg.
Yeah, I'm not.
She looks like the dark haired chick from Melrose Place. I can't think of her name.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, she's not
From Sex and
unattractive.
the City.
Yes.
Yeah. $13,000 in lingerie for herself and her assistant. Imagine what the interns I get. You're getting $13,000 worth of lingerie. And Zuckerberg wanted to get gently mobbed for all this. It's almost like dictator level shit. And this poor person says it's like a cult in there too when you get in. I would imagine with all these people and all this money, I don't know. They're untouchable, or they feel like they're untouchable.
All I know is we used to have to disinfect the back room after the King Club was in. That's all I'm saying.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would they come in and
Well, she's a billionaire too.
They didn't do anything there. That was their safe meeting place.
did they call it that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they do use
so
terms like
people that
that.
were coming into the group, this was their place to meet people. And if they had already started talking to somebody in the group, instead of meeting them at their house or a coffee house or something, they would meet with a group, and it'd make everybody feel more comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Probably where they do their background interviews too. They were talking about.
Yeah, they do all kinds of. They
Yeah.
supposedly vet you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I imagine they.
I mean, they have to. You don't want some freak in there.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark showed up.
Oh, they were all freaks.
I understand that. But this is where like Diddy got away with it forever. And now, did you see the 2 names that are in a rape case?
No.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
involved in a Diddy rape case, and a comedian who I'm not sure many people will know, but the guy is like everywhere. And I see him on all my kids' videos.
Is it Hannibal Burris?
Drewski. I don't know if you know Drewski. You probably would recognize him if you saw him.
Beckham Jr. doesn't surprise me one bit.
It surprised the shit out of me.
That he was raped by Diddy? Or
No.
he was at a
No, he
party
was
where
At
they
a
were
party
doing
where they were doing it.
And he probably partake. I could see him partaking.
That's what I mean. They're being accused of partaking. And I go, look at this. It's slowly.
Oh, it's gonna.
I gotta think at some point.
I bet that boat picture from the playoffs a few years ago might have been a mini Diddy party.
Could have been.
Oh, could have definitely been.
Remember, he was a Giant, so he was right there. He's right there in New York. So a lot of those Giants players had access to him.
Yeah, and you know where and you want to go where the celebrities are.
Sure.
You're safer.
Right.
You're not going to be mobbed. You're not going to have people getting in your way. You know, that's
I
interesting.
wouldn't be surprised one bit.
I'm waiting to see who else comes out. Like I don't know why, and I just wouldn't have thought
It's
Odell
like the
Beckham.
Epstein thing, though. Is it ever going to happen?
I don't know.
Both of them. Are they both just going to quietly go away?
Well,
Diddy's still in jail, isn't he?
yeah,
Or did he
Diddy's
trying to get out?
Yeah.
no, Diddy's in jail.
Or he's on.
Yeah, he's not. I
not getting out.
don't think he's getting out.
No, they tried, but no.
I think Epstein's dead. So what are you going to do?
But the evidence coming out could damage so many people.
Right.
So many people.
But that's what I mean. He
Well,
has so much power.
is she in for life?
Ghislaine may. I don't know. I don't know if
They
she
could
is or
bury
not.
her further.
They could, but yeah,
They're
here it is.
saying people at the Clintons, the Obamas, all those people. could
Tom
really go
Hanks.
down.
Oh,
Rita Wilson.
Trump.
Well, they were at the
All of them,
parties,
yeah.
but I can't see. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Why are you at the party?
Denzel Washington said, "I would always tell people it's time to leave when the lights."
For the Diddy ones, yes.
Yeah, he
I'm
would
talking about
do-
the Epstein ones, though.
Yeah.
These
Oh,
Diddy ones are just as big. I think the Epstein ones are more political, and I think this one's more. You're going to find more actors,
Celebrities.
singers, celebrities, stuff like that.
an alleged victim who sued Diddy is now accusing Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Drewski of gang raping her in 2018. During the alleged rape, other defendants referred to Beckham as Cornelius. The lawsuit states Cornelius. And the 32-year-old's middle name is Cornelius.
Oh, really?
I was just saying maybe it's like maybe they had code names for people, so it wasn't.
Right.
Sure.
Oh, Odell Beckham wasn't there, but
Right.
this dude Cornelius looks like
Yeah.
him was there.
Yeah.
Right.
And they go, yeah, Drewski also accused of participating in the rape.
I can only imagine how many athletes are involved. It's between basketball, baseball, football. Again, he was in New York, so you got big teams there.
Sure, and every team
They want to
comes-
party.
Yeah.
And
It's
Diddy
the only
was
upside to being
popular.
in Buffalo. Josh Allen's not involved.
Only-
No, nothing to do in Buffalo.
He's a big Yankees fan, but that was way before his time.
This is I'm waiting to see like who else would come down
It's
on this
gonna
stuff
be big.
because just when you have money, you can hide that sort of shit.
Well,
You know,
obviously not.
Well,
you
New York,
can't.
you're looking at like
Well,
Jeter.
well, I think-
A-Rod.
You're talking about he hit it for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
Piazza.
say. Is like I feel like money can hide it. It got so big into the tipping point, and society started going like, we would have never known about Cosby. People in the beginning were going, "There's no way" with Cosby, and then it slowly all comes out.
His sickness just took him too far.
Yeah,
And sooner or later,
Yeah.
you go too far. It's
that's
just-
what I mean.
a thief can get away with something too long until he gets
Right.
too greedy, and then they get caught.
But he had a ton of power, and he was, an influential guy, and he did some cool stuff too. Cosby, like first, I think
Hey, shows you how to do it.
no, that's not what I
With
meant.
his pudding pop.
I'm talking. Oh, look at you! That's great. I was thinking like he sponsored the first black driver in NASCAR, and then got the guy a whole sponsorship for Indy. Did free commercials for the company that sponsored the Indy car. I mean, Cosby would like do nice things for people. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a guy who couldn't get anybody to sponsor him. Bill Cosby liked him, and there you go. And so he did free commercials for the company if they sponsored his Indy car when he was doing Indy, and he also did NASCAR. And I'm like, that's great, but then you do this other shit,
Right.
and it's like, where can you ever find the balance? Because I think somebody just did an interview. I read about a podcast did an interview with who was in the closet singer that's in jail.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. They just did one with R. Kelly. And people are going, how could you talk to R. Kelly? He's one of the worst people on the planet. How could you do this? And they go, well, we like to separate the art from the person. And somebody's like, I go, can you do that? Can you do it? I don't know.
He was one of the biggest singers on the planet.
No
for a
shit,
while.
but go back through history.
Look
You think any of these guys were any good that did anything? No, they probably weren't. We just don't know about it because we don't. Now everybody's got a fucking phone, and you get told. I mean, not that we should be condoning this behavior. It's not what I'm saying.
No,
But you
a lot of people got away with it because
Yes.
you're right. There wasn't
yes, there wasn't
and shit.
phones and shit. There wasn't the opportunity. You know, I mean, I think even at Diddy parties, I'm sure they took the phones away from you.
Yeah.
I would
We say the
think.
same thing about, kids these days have these phones. You can track them. Everything's on video. You do something at school or do something outside of school, it's on video somewhere.
Yes.
Somebody's video you being an asshole.
Well, I saw a fight at the Blue Cross Arena
Of course there was.
in the lobby of I think it was it looked
Section of
inside to me.
basketball.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
actually
it
bad.
was
It
the
makes
one
me
from last year when I first looked at it because it
It
was a big
happens
one
every
last
year.
year.
It's
Happens every
man,
year.
there was one year it didn't it they had a lot of security and it didn't. I mean, you saw some flare-ups, but nothing really. This looked brutal, man.
How do they not have more cops on for that?
And then you're watching the
Can't afford
security
the
people,
overtime.
right? The security guys, I don't know what their insurance and bonding is. Like you start putting your hands on somebody, you're a lawsuit
Mhm.
waiting to happen, and potentially
But
to
you
get
put
your
your hands
ass
on
knocked
somebody,
out.
you're getting somebody turned around and smacking you.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing. That's the other thing. But I saw one security guy pull a kid out, and then after that, he just sort of stood there.
Don't blame 'em.
And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Right. I get it. Because everything's on camera now and they can identify and you can say in the heat of the moment, how many times do you remember what you did? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the heat of the moment.
it's
And
fucking
now they
high
got
school
proof.
basketball.
It's the parents.
It-
Every year it's the parents. And I don't know this one was.
Oh.
Every year it seems like every year the parents
no,
are
I
fighting.
think you're right. I don't know about this year either,
Yeah,
but
I
I
haven't
think
heard
you're
yet.
right.
It's always the parents.
Over
Over high school basketball.
yeah, hockey, I get. I mean, come on. There's some violence in hockey.
We just talk shit to each other. We don't fight.
No, I
Too
know.
lazy.
Then you have a drink and it's over.
Well, it's just like on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that looked really bad. And I go, you're gonna ruin it. You can't, it's like we can't have anything nice.
Right.
You can't have anything nice. You're gonna ruin all of it.
Sad but true.
And it's all the goddamn camera.
And so
Yeah. At what point does the Blue Cross Arena? I'm sure they're getting a giant
just
check
gonna
for
say.
rent. But at what point does the Blue Cross Arena say, fuck it, we don't want this anymore?
I was just gonna say that.
We don't get this shit for the Amherst games. We don't get it for the Nighthawks games. We don't get it for concerts for the most part, whether it was that one. But one of they
was
going
that
to be like,
Sexy Red, but that was outside.
Was that at the War Memorial?
that was in the building too. I
No,
think.
wasn't that at Armory?
I thought
Sexy
there was,
Red?
I thought there
Yeah.
was one at the Blue Cross Arena.
there
too.
was
I thought Sexy Red was at Blue Cross.
I thought so too.
Was it okay?
Yeah,
one
the-
before
But at
that was
what
at
point
the
Armory.
trampling was
Yeah,
at the, yeah.
Like that'd be something to get Jeff who used to run the War Memorial, be like, just get some insight on that. Like, where do you guys draw the line and be like, fuck it, we don't want to deal with this shit anymore.
Somebody sent me video today. I should try to we'll take a break.
But I also wonder if the arena is responsible for the security at that point, or is it Section 5?
it could be a
I'm
combo.
sure it's a combination,
I
but
don't
I mean,
know.
you're just ruining. People are just ruining.
But
the
how
arena.
many times when you would go to the events, and I got to be careful what I say, but go to events, and the security guy is as old as your grandfather,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean, or your parents, depending on your age, and you go, "What's that guy going to do?"
like the ushers or the security?
Sometimes you're right, mostly ushers, but sometimes
But again, you're not expecting
I
a
see
knockdown, throwdown brawl at
No,
Amherst game.
You're not. It's like no,
You might get one drunk guy.
yeah, and you escort them out, and there's usually somebody there that
I
can
mean,
handle that.
this is worse than like the fights at the Bills games. Yeah, you get one or two of those
No.
maybe a
But
season, but
I couldn't
it's not
tell if it
that
was
horrible.
young kids or
It
not.
seemed like it was young kids.
Did it?
Yeah.
In this one,
Yeah.
this one,
This
when I
one,
saw
yeah,
it,
it seemed
but I
like-
don't
And it
know.
was probably pre-planned. They all pre-planned this shit.
Well, that's why the cops get on social media now
Yeah.
and are able to, down that. I think. Well, that's the other thing is as much as we say everybody's got a camera, we also telling ourselves, premeditate what we're going to do. I think
Kids
some
are
kid just
stupid.
got busted in Florida for a potential school shooting, and they went to his house and the cops posted. I mean, you got to see he had an arsenal.
Sure.
This kid had an arsenal. He was ready to go, but he did something on social media that basically told on himself. So good, right? Good.
Right, right.
Thanks for paying attention to that one. That's a great one.
Right.
Somebody sent me video today of Bike Week in Daytona, and I don't know what was going on. There was a truck, and all these bikers stopped in the middle of the road. And it's an interesting video because I got it from two different perspectives. One is a car driving in the opposite direction, and you can hear the gunshots. And the chick in the car is she's just so, this is not her world at all. Like, she doesn't get it. And then the other is from inside, I think, a 7-Eleven, where it was right outside. And you, all of a sudden, whatever happened, the motorcycle gang starts shooting. They just
Oh,
start.
the motorcycles?
Yeah. They just start shooting. And you see people ducking down in the store. And this one girl's going, I knew when these guys came to town.
Oh,
Right.
brother.
But that seemed more targeted. It's not this random spraying
Right.
of wherever. And, not that I'm saying either one is better, but everything we get to see, I got to see a shooting happen. I don't know if any bullets met flesh, but I got to see it happen.
Speaking of which, I see your boy's out of jail. Jeffrey.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you
saw
find that out?
I saw a post by him the other day.
Oh.
He's out. He got out a little early. Good behavior.
Jeffrey
Let's
Rogers.
ring him up.
Jeffrey Rogers.
How you not going to tell us,
And he's
Jeffrey?
running the GSL page because it was him posting to it.
Oh.
Was he posting about the fights?
No, he was posting that, he's changed man and blah, blah, blah. And he did his time even though he was wrongly convicted and, the typical bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, at some point, dude, they gave you every inch. You know what I mean?
He took it too far.
Right. You just keep doing the same type of stuff. They're gonna throw you in there.
Yeah. I was wondering if he reached out to you, but obviously not.
No, he is
Jeffrey,
not.
it's Burger Night Wednesday at BTB. Come see that.
No. Let's keep that problem out of there, please. I'll meet you hooligans.
Well, you fit better in over there.
Yeah, he sure does.
That's your wow. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, and that was a kid too who you go, you got some good stuff here. Why
Yeah.
are we focused on this other shit?
He just screwed up.
Yeah, he definitely did. And that's dumb. But if you're gonna join I think at the King Society, didn't they tell us they take the phones? I think they said
Yeah, I
no
think you're- I
phones. There
think
was
they-
something that you couldn't take phones. You
Yeah.
couldn't. Somebody's got a secret recording somewhere.
Oh, sure.
Come on, there's gotta be.
Mark.
No. I'm just saying, like, at that place, because they remember. Were you here too? They have a playroom somewhere, and you go in, and everything has to be wiped down when you're done with it.
It's like the gym.
You saw these people, you'd want to wipe it down too.
You do your squat over a broad, you got to wipe her down. It's just like the
And,
gym.
and then in that gym, there's like no penetration allowed. I'm like, come on. It's
It's the only gym these people have seen. Trust me.
that and the couple of Slim Jims, maybe. You know, those
couple.
things. All right, we'll take a moment. Well, speaking of that, revenge porn. Somebody did something, and I'll ask you, if it starts to affect your business, can you sue on a whole different level for that? It's a rising thing. We'll get to it right after this. All these free agencies have to be wrapped up by Wednesday?
No, that's when they can officially be official.
Oh, official. Okay. So but what is the next 48 hours?
You can legally tamper.
Okay.
So
It's
you
the
can talk
fucking
to guys.
point.
It's dumb.
The whole thing's dumb.
It's the NFL.
It's the NFL making headlines.
Yeah. I mean, I had tampering things in contracts. People still talk to you. You still went out to lunch with people. You just didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, it's harder in the NFL. Things get
Oh,
back.
of course it is. Because, well,
You
the
lose
great
draft
here.
picks. I mean, look at the Patriots.
Here's the interesting thing. The X went down today. And that's where a lot of this stuff gets broken, right? Originally it's on well, X used to be Twitter. And
Well, it
then,
didn't go down. It was cyber attacked.
yeah, it was cyber attack. Whatever happened.
My
I don't know. Ukrainian cyber attack, from what I understand. I swear to God, they're blaming Ukraine. It could be. Who knows? I don't know these things. I'm going to take your word for it. If
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
you tell me.
lie. I don't care Republican, Democrat. I really wanted Canada last week when Trump did his speech. Because he was trying to turn the power off.
God, I did too.
As soon as he walked in, I wanted Canada to turn the fucking power off on New York, Ohio, and Michigan and be like, we're ballers now. Fuck you. It would have been amazing.
But they don't have the balls to do it. So that's
No. Well, is it? What are we getting? How much?
I don't even know if we'd be affected. I think it might
I
be
don't
more
think
the
so.
Buffalo,
No.
Niagara area, but and upper, not
I
northern
don't
New
think
York.
it's as much as you think.
I don't either.
But
I
it
thought
would be fucking
35.
hilarious.
It's just like they're like, people aren't going to visit here in New York from Canada anymore. They do 3.3 million visitors a year. The U.S. is something like 25 million. To
Could
go over.
yeah.
They need our money more than we need theirs.
If they were paying Josh Allen in Canadian dollars, we'd have a fucking convoy coming through with dollars in every truck. I can't, right?
Be half of what he did be 150 million. It wouldn't be that good for Josh.
There'd be coins involved.
There,
It's
yeah,
not-
it'd be everything. You can't go to a strip club with coins.
Yeah,
That's
you
just
can.
rude.
Make it hell.
That's
Mark
just,
did.
that's just rude.
They throw them back at you.
I had a chick walk out of the studio once and she was so rude. And I just told her she was a feature. They used to have features
Oh, yeah.
where they would travel.
Yeah,
And-
Mark didn't know that.
And I said, bring your loose change down to the club tonight. And the guy went crazy. I think I told you guys
Is
this
that the
story.
Mirage?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. He went insane. He went absolutely nuts.
You know my story about going in the back room and getting charged like how much was it, like $3?
Oh yeah, because you didn't want to move or something.
No, because I didn't think
You didn't think the song
He couldn't
ended?
get up and do arithmetic on
they're
the board.
supposed to tell you when the song's over because it's hard to hear the song when you're back there.
Oh,
Funny thing is that on TikTok there was a police thing where the cops came because the guy refused to pay for his lap dances because he said that she didn't tell him
when it was over.
when it was over.
So what happened
Um,
on TikTok? Was there a conclusion to
Nah,
it?
there was not
Oh,
a
see, I
conclusion.
like when there's a little bit of a conclusion. I can get sucked into TikTok stuff.
oh, me
Like that,
too.
like
Oh, yeah,
when
me
it's a
too.
story.
Yeah.
Like, can't you? It's
Oh, yeah.
it's reality TV.
It is.
I'm watching.
Did you send me that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
couldn't- somebody sent it to me. I thought it was you.
because it was
what you should be sending over here.
Forward it on TikTok. Find me on TikTok.
all right.
We'll just send it. I would like to
I
see it.
find good shit.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? What's in your For You page?
He doesn't want the gangbangs. He just wants the funny stories.
Listen to this. Just since we're talking about people with cameras and we get to see everything nowadays, this happened, I believe. I don't remember when Daytona wrapped up. Was it last week? So it takes a few minutes, but there's a guy in his car outside a gas station, middle of the street. I don't know if it was a citizen, like a driver, getting pissed at the bikers or what happened, but you can hear him getting all upset. They're walking around, and you're going to hear it. And I just want you to hear this reaction when the shots start getting fired versus when a woman in a car driving by the other way. Oh shit! Now they're over. They're beating the shit out of some guy. Slam him down. Bikes are falling. Fuck. This guy's like, he gets out of his car and he runs. So I don't know if he heard a shot or not.
Oh, them motherfuckers shooting, man.
Okay. Sojay.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, they is shooting. That is real.
Is that you wouldn't know?
They're
Right?
shooting.
Was it Dilf getting his ass kicked? Was
Oh my God.
So somebody's going to walk outside and go, "Hey guys, cut it out!"
Right.
They're actually fucking shooting. I knew it because these fucking warlocks, bro.
Relax.
No, dude, yeah, he just locked the door. Look, they're all freaking running.
Oh my God.
Ted, come
Sounds
inside.
It's not. I really don't believe it is.
Guy keeps going on here. Oh my God.
Well, he's hiding in the they're ducked down.
Yes, it's
and
hard
he was outside. You got to see
You gotta
it, right?
see it.
You
There's
got to
something
see
you gotta
it.
see.
When I
yeah.
put the videos up for it, I'll do it. But I want to play you this other version of the same thing. So it's somebody.
So she referenced, just for context, she referenced the Warlocks, and apparently it's an outlaw motorcycle gang.
Yes, that is. Thank you. Yes, it is one that I'm not very familiar with them. I knew other guys, but not those guys. Here we go. This is now they're driving the opposite way. See you here in the car, please. Okay, here comes the shooting. Right? Oh my god! Oh my
Oh
god!
my God, Becky, look at her butt. They cranking some Bob Marley too? Is
Yeah.
that what's going on here?
I wonder if they're smoking weed.
No.
Are they shooting? Yeah.
No big deal. Yeah.
Get your head back down, there,
Definitely
honey.
smoking a lot of weed.
Oh
Get your
my
head back
god!
down on my deck, honey.
Oh my god!
They're close to the guys in the store, and this guy's like, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You're safer sucking my dick, honey, roadhead, than you are being your head up and getting shot.
We get to see everything. Two different angles, same shooting, right?
That's crazy.
I wouldn't even have known it happened if someone hadn't sent it to me, but it's out there.
They anybody get
Everything's
shot or
fucking
is it shooting?
I
in
don't
the air,
even know. I
basically,
didn't
to
even
be
go
tough guys?
look up to see if somebody, because like that's why I said earlier, I don't know if bullets hit flesh. I have no idea. I mean, they were beating the shit out of some guys, so that would definitely be the case. But
People just don't know how to act anymore.
I've said that for years. Like if we could
It's
just
getting worse and worse.
if
and
we could
worse.
just behave,
right.
if we could just behave, and I don't know what it is. I
It
don't.
says left 2 injured on a shooting between rival bike gangs.
Okay.
Vikings.
Yeah, and most of those guys are they're not young. No, they're like 35 plus. I would think most of them. I'm thinking 35 is a younger, generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's young.
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't it
younger.
seem like a younger
That's
generous
young.
for
It's probably
35?
40 over, yeah.
Yeah, and these guys, I mean, and they beat the shit out. I remember seeing some guy come in, knuckles all bloodied up. He had to go take care of business. He was in a motorcycle gang. I will not mention any more than that, but that was
Club.
Club.
Yeah,
That's right.
club.
Yeah, because they're not.
Right.
Yeah. And they do. They have presidents and they have. I
We
think-
know.
I think
I
they
know a
have
lot about.
secretary.
I know a lot of motorcycle
I'm
groups.
sure you do. I'm sure you do. Revenge porn. So this guy who owns a bar, all of a sudden this woman, she's 18 though.
Yeah.
I know, but she came in with video of the two of them having sex, and she showed it to a bunch of people at the bar. And he's now trying to sue. I guess some customers were offended and took their business elsewhere, directly impacting his maintenance company.
Yeah, that's a lie. I mean, they didn't leave because of that.
I don't think so.
No.
His-
They wanted to see that. Are you kidding me?
well, in a bizarre, let's see. He was arrested for allegedly displaying an explicit video of herself and ex-boyfriend at a bar. The footage recorded on her phone with the consent of the guy under the assumption that it would remain private was shown to his friends and business customers at a bar and grill. Some customers were offended and took their business elsewhere.
oh yeah.
Why? Because the guy
That's
had
what he-
sex?
No, that's what he's saying.
Of course
He's
he
trying to
is.
get the lawsuit right.
I knew a guy who would walk around bragging about, and he had footage. He would show you, and he was an older guy with some very young girls, and he would show you. We were like, God, you got to put that away. You can't be.
You
playing."
have to assume if it's video, it's going to be seen.
Okay, that's my question.
Did Mark house it for this guy?
No, but is
Oh, I know who you think it is.
is what?
It's
No,
no. I asked it for the guy. Remember what I used to house it for?
Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
no.
what you were asking,
that
right?
guy's lame.
Is
He
it,
wouldn't-
is it the one that used to go skiing all the time?
no.
Okay.
Is it someone we
I'm off
know?
for two.
Yeah, yeah. It's a comic. I don't know if you guys
Oh.
know.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
comic.
We thought, we thought it was a radio guy.
No,
It's
no,
not
no, no.
Shuby, is it?
No, no, but it wouldn't surprise
Right.
me. Yeah.
Oh, Shuey's got that video.
But if you're recording intimate moments, should you expect the like? Should there be digital trust, or do you know that it can be
No, 'cause
weaponized? At any
Shit's
moment?
always gonna. At some point, a woman's gonna woman, or a man's gonna man.
Unless this guy was terrible and was done in 2 seconds, what's the big deal?
I can't imagine.
Well, look at this guy
Basically-
bang me for 20 minutes. He's 50 years old and I'm 18. Good for him.
Basically, think about this though. When a girl sends or a guy sends a video or a nude, when you're sending it, someone else is going to see it.
Yeah.
And they know that. When you send it, you know that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
would think that that's
Yes.
a fair assumption.
Because anybody that's going to send it is going to be like, they're sending it, and then knowing that someone else will see it.
How long have I'm trying to think, when did they the camera on the phone?
2004 was the first cameras.
Okay. So that would be about,
Don't forget
And
they had
with
the digital cameras too, though.
Yeah.
No, the digital cameras, but I don't remember seeing those.
Camcorders.
Like this was, I could be sent to my phone, or, hey man, don't tell anybody I showed you this, but, and then, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there was like a whole, there was no mystery anymore. There was nothing. You got to see everything. That's what I'm saying. Like that's it. That's the whole thing. I don't know. I would also think in this case, you're dealing with an 18-year-old chick. Yeah, don't trust that. See,
For sure.
Highly emotional, I'm sure. Things go
you also got
crazy.
to make sure your eyes are crossed and your R's are dotted and your T's are crossed, because 18 is right on that line.
It
you,
is.
You use that camera to say, yes, you want to have sex with me, and yes, you're 18. That's what you need to do. You need the consent. You
yeah.
need the age on there.
Yeah,
That way you can't get in trouble.
that's true.
That's why I did in Cancun.
Yeah, that's what you think, Cancun.
What?
That Reese Esquire.
Wait a second.
I made her give consent and everything.
And we all saw the video.
Oh yeah, we videoed the whole thing.
Okay.
Still got it?
All right.
Yeah, no,
No,
actually,
no.
everything's been cleared
It was
now.
about 5 phones ago. Don't worry, it got lost somewhere. But somebody's got it at Verizon. They're still showing it around. Wow, that was smart, actually.
It was, and I was hammered, so it was really
Yeah.
smart. But I was in another country, so I'm like, I'm not getting in trouble for this girl.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, she says I didn't say I was okay with it, and he raped me. So hey,
yeah.
I got consent.
It does seem like
See.
it's hard. It's hard because the power in it seems to all go to the victim, or whatever the victim is. Most likely in these cases, I would say it would be
Oh, yeah.
female.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I forget the guy's name. Was it Monty Nowden? Somebody who was a coach fought back, and it took forever in Webster, but won.
It was like the Duke lacrosse players fought back.
Yep.
And won.
Yeah,
But
Right.
they were still fucked.
of course.
When you're
because
accused of something like that,
you
I don't,
can't.
you're
done.
You're done.
You're done. You're
Innocent
tainted.
or not.
You're at least tainted.
You're tainted. Yeah.
There's
Because there
never
will
the
always be-
retraction article. If there is, it's on the back page
Yeah. Well, even
under
the retraction
under
article.
the Charlotte Appliance ad.
But the thing is, like in those cases, it's almost the damage is done because you go, oh yeah, because then everybody could even say, even if you came out to defend yourself, somebody else could pop out of the woodwork and go, well, I remember a time,
Right.
he looked at me leeringly and drool fell out of his mouth or whatever, and it's
I mean,
You were just drunk.
We just talked about it with Odell Beckham. Everybody's gonna assume he's guilty. He's a piece of shit, and if not, they're gonna
If-
say, "Well, he got off of it because of money."
right.
Justin Tucker, right now, he's got all these women coming out and say this all about him, with the massage girls, just like Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
There's no proof right now, but everybody's assuming he's guilty.
Right. But we automatically jump to that. And that's the part that I wish we could wait a beat. I am so impressed by your move.
Pretty good, right?
I'm sorry. I don't mean
I mean,
to.
I knew her like 20 minutes.
I mean,
I just want
you
to
know.
make sure.
I didn't feel like being in a freaking getting stuck there, being in jail.
No shit.
Yeah,
But
smart.
I just think like it's smart to say.
I don't know if I would have had to do that with the midget though.
No.
No, probably not.
No, you could have just held the camera up anywhere and had some voice off camera and go, I just didn't put it down low enough. I just
That's
couldn't
right.
get a voice. That would be the only thing I could
Senor 18 años.
But man, that because how many people have not done that and then
Sure.
something happens? There's an accusation. I remember talking to a kid at Geneseo he was a level 3 sex offender, and I was making headlines that a level 3 sex offender was a student now at Geneseo College, and tracked the guy down and got him on the radio. And he goes, yeah, there was a girl that I dated. I was like, she was 16, I was 18, and her mom really pushed this. And he goes, and I don't know why level 3 is like the worst, right?
Mhm.
And I said to him, but this is for life. And he goes, well, it's 25 years. Like it sticks with you for 25 years, which I thought it was life, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
And I said, why not? Don't you want this off your record? And he's like, at this point, he's like, it costs too much. And he goes, I'm not doing anything. You know, people once they get to know me, they
No,
realize
because it's sex with a minor, so that would be the worst one.
yeah. And you go, holy crap, why aren't we using some kind of rationale behind this? Yes, there are people that absolutely deserve it. This guy didn't. I'm not saying that, a mom who wants to protect her daughter feels like, I don't know the
The problem is
circumstances.
she didn't have to say that he raped her. It is rape just because he's having sex with a
Yes,
minor. So
yes,
even if he
yes.
fought
That's
it, he's
kind
not
of
going
what
to get
sucks
changed.
too. Is
And
it's a senior and,
he knew
and a
it.
younger junior
And
or
he-
an older sophomore.
He knew it, Matt. He said to me, he goes, nah, it's not worth it.
There's
He
no
goes,
way
it's
he could
just the
beat
way
that.
it is.
He
And
did
the
it.
kid was calm, cool, collected. I'm like, but for the rest of your life, you go for any job interview, anything, it pops up. It's
Yeah.
not in a Google search, but maybe it is.
Probably
I
is.
bet it probably
More than
is.
likely
Yeah.
is.
It probably is. Now that you think, now that I think about it, but I'm like, God damn, these things. That's why. Look at Matt Reese with the big brain on that.
It was cerveza brain. Let's be honest.
No, but I mean, even that, just to go, if you're into this, okay, you know what I mean? Oh, she said yes. And how many times were we always told no means no, but
Right.
did it really mean no? And no is,
Right.
I know. I don't want anything part of that. No part of it at all. We'll take a moment. Kevin's got a game. Are we doing the closest to the pin version too?
We are, because I know you like it.
I do like we have to get the year, the song, the artist, and the year.
Mhm.
The year.
There is a theme to this one, I will tell you. Neither one of you have a 0 chance of getting it. The only one that will get it possibly is him. So
Yeah,
if he
well.
gets it, I'm going to give you guys 10 points off if he
Don't-
gets the theme.
Don't worry about
So
it.
everybody gets the theme tonight.
All right, great. So I'm not.
I'll
even
give
gonna-
you 15 if you get. I'll give them 10 if
I'm
they-
not even going
if
to
you
try.
get it.
Not even. But
You
Mark,
might need it.
what do we do with the scoring? The year does what?
The year is you're closest to the pin. You get
Yeah.
if you get the title and artist, you get one for each of those.
We did it last time.
Yeah, he's done
Okay.
it before.
All right. We'll get to that
Matt,
right after.
Matt Beach had it too.
Yeah, I know.
It's not John High. There's some people cheering.
Sounds too many. It sounds like too many people there to be a John Hyatt concert.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's a Zeppelin show.
It's coming to California.
Yeah.
That's how they ended Entourage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Show or the movie?
The show.
This is the. These were the guys that I think there was a story about them in Seattle. They stayed in a castle. And when the tide went out, they would reach out and grab fish and allegedly use the fish on the women. I don't know. It's in a book called Hammer of the Gods.
Smells like fish. Tasty dish.
It's like, how fucked up is that?
Made up my mind,
Mhm.
making you start.
Can you imagine if there were cameras around?
Right.
Like, you get, like these guys, we would never had Zeppelin. We wouldn't have had Zeppelin. They would have been in jail.
Right. Our plan be rotting in jail
Yes.
in England.
That's what I mean. That's all I'm saying is like, can you separate the art from the criminal? I'm not sure.
Oh, I think you could take just about any band if there was cameras in that. time
Oh
frame.
my God.
The
The
Stones, Van
Stones,
Halen,
the Who.
all of them.
I think all absolutely. But little Led Zeppelin. We've got a great advice tonight to get consent. You know, forms, legal consent. Always make sure you get consent no matter what you're doing, and you can do it very easily with your phone. It's right there. Why not? You're on it all the time. Your day is ruined if you can't find it, so you might as well use it for
Make your
something.
sign before you stick it in.
That's
If
very
you send something, just expect everybody's going to see it.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's
That's
going
right.
to go around. And if it doesn't end up on social, well, probably can't end up on social media, but who knows if there's some other, there's social media I'm sure we don't even know about right now. Like, you know, I'm not, how familiar are you with Discord? I'm not.
No.
I know of
You
it.
just have to ask Jameson.
Yeah, yeah.
He
He
knows them all. I guarantee it.
Jameson.
He's seen your dick on social media.
Oh, yeah. He recognized it. Actually, there was a dick line.
There's
He
a
goes,
mole.
oh, there's my dad.
It's a mole.
And there's a bowl right on the end of it. I can absolutely tell. All right, Kevin's got a theme that tune closest to the pin. Here we go. So we get to add a year in here. The year takes points off. if we
Year
nail
takes
it.
points off. So does the year takes points is where your score is totaled off of.
Yes.
But your artist and title gets you
points
potentially 2 points off of your miss on your closest to the pin.
off. Okay.
And you have to put a date down.
So if we get the date wrong,
That's where you lose your points.
So like, let's say you write
if I'm
down
1 year off, it's -1.
But if you
2
get
years,
title,
3 years.
you wash.
You wash because the
Gotcha.
title.
So if you're off by
I'm
2 and you
fucked.
get title artist, you're even.
Here we go.
Fucked.
Love this. Mark's gonna crush.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why.
Fuck.
I hate the world today. You're so good to me, I know, but I can't change. Tried to tell you, but you look at me like maybe I'm an angel underneath. Innocent and sweet. Yesterday I cried.
Yeah, no looking over here.
Get
So then you can go. Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know what it is.
And you can no longer see.
Oh, this is how you're supposed to sing it.
Just let my love throw a spark.
Come on, Mark. Don't give up. You got this.
Think
American Idol.
How was Carrie on American Idol?
Great.
I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 so she's a friend of mine.
That
Take
last
it.
one, I have no clue, so I just got to guess on the year too.
I'm just gonna try to go back to it.
I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. Ooh, what to say?
I didn't know this. I'm looking for the year of this version, but I didn't know this song went back to like 1915.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew it was a cover.
The lows
Goes on without me.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing.
There's a fire starting in my heart. Reaching a fever pictures, bringing me out the
Well, I just gave that away.
Finally, I
Why'd you say "eh"?
That was not a fan?
Really?
If I want to shoot myself.
I didn't think she could sing. I just am a fan of people that can
It's the
sing.
most depressing music I've ever heard in my life.
This is the only upbeat song she has.
Yeah.
Starting in my heart, reaching a fever.
You can never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold and lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. And if you
Come on,
think the
Mark.
smoke will never
You know
win,
this.
Oh,
Mark's
yeah.
been in for 20 minutes.
back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way.
Back to the top.
Man, I like the song, but you think I could name? I can even name the band
I
or
can't
the
either.
song?
I said, "Tell me why."
That is not the title.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I know the song. I don't know the band or the title.
Oh.
It's lit. My own worst enemy.
I wouldn't know.
2003 is what I
I know
said.
2005.
I got 2002.
1999.
Oh, there's -6 for me.
Did I get that?
4.
Did you get 1999?
I got 2002.
We're not
-3
playing
then.
closest.
No, you're playing -3 then. So I'm at -6. You're at -3. It's a great start.
I'm a bitch.
Pink.
Sophie B. Hawkins.
It is Meredith Brooks.
Meredith
Ah.
Brooks.
Bitch.
Fuck
Bitch.
me.
From 1997.
Oh, I said 2004.
So that's minus.
But you could also, if you got the title of the
I got
artist.
the title, but not.
So that's if you're off 10 and you're off 9.
So I'm off 12. So I'm off 11.
We're not even going to ask Mark on this one. We're just going to go right to Bill.
I'm at 20 so far. John Hyatt, Have a Little Faith in Me,
From what year?
1986.
Ooh, so close.
I am 91.
I said 95.
1987.
Shit.
Hey, a net -1 for you on that one.
Yeah,
Put you back in the game.
I'm at 19 now.
I'm at -25.
Eagles. Take it easy.
Yeah,
I put 1977.
I put
70.
76.
78.
72.
Oh.
-4 on that.
Oh, wait. No, if you got Take It Easy.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's
1 point.
Yeah, and did you get the Eagles?
Yeah.
So that's 2 points.
Yeah, and I was off by 6 years, so it's -4.
Okay, sorry.
I'm getting killed.
And
What
two.
year was it?
I'm -29.
72.
-29. Is this golf?
Yes.
Beautiful. Good.
David Lee Roth, Just a Gigolo, 1985.
I said 81.
I said David Lou Roth, Just a Gigolo, 87.
Somebody is in the hole.
That would be Mark.
It would be Mark Hillman.
85.
85 is correct.
Now, how I knew that was because he made this after 1984. Van Halen 84. That's the only reason why I knew that.
Oh, look at you.
He put 2 and 2 together.
Wow, Mark.
I had to think about that. In excess,
Never tear us apart.
never tear us apart. 1986.
I said 88.
I said 91.
I had 87. I changed it to 88.
Somebody is in the hole.
Tell me it's Mark
me.
again.
It is Bill Moran.
Wow.
1988.
What happens when you get it in the hole?
9 months later, a kid pops out.
Not that hole. The other hole.
If you got the title artist, you lose 12 points.
Oh, nice.
I love your precious heart.
Oops, we already did that one. I skipped that one by accident. There we go.
Adele, rolling deep.
2 for 2.
Two year?
13?
Close.
2010.
I said Adele. Oh, I did not get the name of the song right. I said Fire. I don't know why I did that. And I said 2016.
Somebody is in the hole.
2016.
It is Mark Hillman
Whoa.
again.
Hillman.
What year is it?
2010.
3, so minus 2. No, minus 1. What the fuck?
Elton John. I'm still standing. 1984.
I said 82.
I said 79.
Nobody is in the hole. 1983.
Ooh.
Now, your
4,
fate,
2.
because you're right there with him. Your fate
I'm
could
at
lie
6.
on his.
Wait,
Get
whoa.
in the theme.
What do you have? I have 16.
I don't even know.
You're in a positive 16?
No, well, 16, like, I don't know if it's
I don't
positive.
know. I don't even know how to.
I'm
forget.
minus 35. Like
Yeah, that would be me.
I think I got
Minus 16.
I think I got 5. I don't know.
I'm 16 over.
We need to make this
But
season
I will
over.
give
Well,
them
right,
10.
If we start out at 0 and then we're going backwards like a golf score,
Yeah, I'm minus 35.
yeah, I'd be minus 16.
I'll give them 10 and I'll give you 15 if
These
you get
are
the theme.
songs from karaoke when we went up
You
to
nailed it.
Fairport
The other day when
Brewery.
I saw the video,
Yeah. There was like 3 people
you
in there.
could tell Kevin was hammered. He was belting
I was
it out.
not hammered.
That was the night you came and saw me, right?
I was
Thursday?
sober when I got.
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
had 2 beers.
Ah.
I was not hammered. I was
So-
not sober when I left it.
What do we have? What do you get
I'll
off?
give
for
you
that?
15 off, and I'll
Oh.
give them 10 because you got it.
1. How about that, Mark? 1 point.
Minus 25.
But I liked it. Okay, so Matt, somebody wrote saying, could we bring this game and play it at BTB?
That's a great idea.
Could we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think this version that we did is a little too confusing though.
With the number, with the.
Yeah, adding it and subtracting it.
Everybody else will figure it out real quick.
All right, yeah, but he's got.
Well, if you got the title, you got 1. You got the artist, you got 1.
One.
And then the year, if you got it off by how many years, you had to subtract that off the 2.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
though?
That's how we end up in the negative, though.
it's
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's you can make it a little bit easier. Like I do it.
Yeah. We could just not invite you.
No.
Okay.
Why are you doing that? No, wait. I want to
Why
hear
won't
what you.
show up
I
anyway?
want to hear what you have to
Balls.
say. What do you mean? How would it make it easier?
I don't know. Maybe just like how we did closest to the pen.
That is how we did closest. To the
No,
pin.
it is. I don't know. I don't like this.
Yeah. Whatever the year was.
I have no
closest to the
idea
pin,
what
you
my
subtract
fucking
it.
score is.
Okay. I kind of like the year because it gives you a chance.
I
with
do
it a
like
little
the
bit.
year, but if you don't get the year,
That's where you lose your points.
Yeah, I like it.
The, the title and artists are just giving you bonus points, basically.
So it's how far off from the year, and then if you scored 2 points, you would take 2 points
So
off.
if the song was 1990 and you said 1980,
yeah.
you're minus 10.
Okay.
But if you got the title and artist, you're now minus 8.
So I would do this. You'd have to have everybody have to turn their sheets in before, so they can't change their answers.
Right, and
But I would
it's
do
almost as though we would have to do the math.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
We'll put that on Mark.
No, we'll already get it.
But depending on how many people, you'd have to have a few people doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'd be willing to do it.
It could be fun. I mean, somebody, because this guy wrote me and goes, I play every week. I crush you guys all the time.
sure he
Everybody
does.
always
Why don't
crushes
you-
at home.
Why don't you bring it to BTB?
I'll tell you
And
what,
I said, when Matt comes in,
We had
let's see.
75 people for Music Bingo yesterday. That stuff's popular.
Yeah.
We could do it. We just have to
Yeah.
have a DJ and then
Yeah.
go from there.
All right.
$500.
And actually, you don't have to have a DJ because you could do it right on your phone like you do now.
Just tap into your Bluetooth, baby.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
Well, I'd have to have somebody set up stowage. I could have John do it. That'd be easy.
Set up what?
He'd have to set up speakers and that
Oh.
because the jukebox you wouldn't. I don't think you would tap into.
Oh. Well, it's wild. Like how easy we could just do
Yeah.
shit for over. This is so weird.
That would be cool. We could do that like on a Tuesday night or
Yeah,
Monday night.
yeah,
Or if we just
We
came
can
out
come
and
do
said,
the-
come out and do the show. We're going to do the show at BTB. Come out and play the fourth set with us.
Yeah, right. We could do it as the last set and then
Yeah.
people play.
Winner gets a hug from Bill.
No, I'm not
No,
touching
we
anybody.
could do gift
No.
cards or anything. We could do
Those
gift
not allowed to
cards.
touch
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Gift
Mark
cards
gets
would
a
be
hug.
fun. Yeah, Mark can
No.
get a hug.
Mark will hug you.
No, Mark
Be the
doesn't
first
want
time somebody declined the prize. No, I'm good.
Thanks.
I saw his picture.
Wait, this guy? They whip it around. All right. Well, where do we expect? When do we expect the Aaron Rodgers thing to land? I only bring that up for
I just can't believe the Steelers are dumb enough to do this, but
you. Do really?
yeah, I just think he's washed. I know he had good numbers at the end last year, but
Yeah.
it was really in garbage time.
I don't know. Everything I was seeing, he was going to end up in Minnesota today.
Rodgers? No, it's between Pittsburgh and the Giants. Minnesota already got their guy, right? Didn't they?
They got McCarthy, but wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, towards ACL, right?
Mm.
But it was in
He's
training.
got to
camp. He
follow
should be
the.
all
He's
right.
got to follow the Favre plan, baby.
That. Oh yeah.
Packers, the Jets, the
I would
Vikings.
say the
for
next
one.
few days you'd probably see something.
Well, I
like
would
this.
think by Wednesday before free agency starts, you would think that Aaron that
I
would
think
be
somebody
locked
wanna
up.
lock him up, but
Yeah.
I think in
41.
Pittsburgh it's a bad decision because Tomlin doesn't take anybody's shit. He's been around this long.
I don't know,
doesn't
man.
take
They did
anybody's
AB shit for a while.
well, yeah.
Yeah, and then when he started to get
Yeah,
real fucking
you're right.
loopy, they got rid of him.
They did.
And this is a guy that didn't show up to practices last year. He showed up late to training camp because he was.
Tomlin
on
ain't
this
gonna take
retreat.
that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's either that or Russell Wilson back, right? They should have signed Fields. What Pittsburgh should have done.
What do they know that the rest of us don't?
I don't know, but he was better than Russell last year.
Yeah. Russell had some good. Not at the end.
Russell's still okay. And
Yeah.
he didn't have a receiver because that receiver they got is a head case. So now you got DK.
Yeah.
DK's kind of a head case though
Well,
too.
but Russell Wilson knows how to handle him from Seattle. So
Oh, that's a good point. So I wonder if they will stick with Russ.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd take him over Rodgers.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And then, Kirk Cousins is sitting in Atlanta. You can't tell me Atlanta really wants to hold on to him.
They don't.
So
who's
And that's an
who's gonna give up?
the
enormous
Giants
salary.
would be desperate for that guy.
What are you going to give up for him?
Maybe a second or third. You got to pay him a lot of money.
I'm
Ton of
giving up a lot less than the second or third with that.
You know what?
contract.
I didn't even think of that. That's a great spot for him. To
And
be
this
in
is
the
a year to
Giants.
do it because
Yes.
there's no quarterbacks coming out.
Right.
Although I still think, man, I don't know. Jackson Dart looks good to me.
That's it'll be interesting to see how this all goes down.
And I'm telling you, the kid from Syracuse, take him in the later rounds. McCord.
They were
Yeah.
He's
pushing him
going to
toward
be a
Buffalo.
good quarterback. He's going to be a good quarterback.
Hmm.
Might not be an all pro, no superstar, but he's better than Darnold and these guys.
Really?
Yeah.
He would have
Okay.
been if he stayed in Ohio State. He
Both
probably
of them.
would.
Yeah.
He would have won the national championship
Yep.
as a quarterback.
Yep.
McCord?
That kid's coming out
Yeah.
too.
Oh, who's that?
The kid from Ohio State.
Oh, the kid from Ohio State.
McCord came from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He just
To
didn't want
Syracuse.
The
Yeah.
problem with at Ohio State, he didn't like the coach, and he also didn't want to put in the work and didn't want to have a competition. So that scares me a little bit on that part of it. But
Maybe he's matured since then. I mean, it's
Maybe.
maybe.
he just didn't want to deal with the drama there too. I mean, he took a nobody Syracuse team and put him on his back.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
He's very accurate. He throws a good ball.
Turned it back into a football school.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Because they're not even
In
making
one
the
season.
tournament.
this year.
They're not even making the tournament. I don't think.
I don't think they're making the. I don't even think they're making the NIT.
I don't know
I don't
about
think they
that.
have- I don't think they
ACC
have
is
10
so
wins.
bad this year.
Yeah.
They might get a chance because they may come in second or third in the ACC tournament.
Come on.
The ACC is that bad.
When the tournament's this week, right?
Yeah.
We kick off.
They start
Wednesday or
tomorrow.
Thursday?
The
Holy
preliminary
shit,
games
that's
start
right.
tomorrow, I think.
Jeez. All right. Well,
We'll have no foodie sightings for the next 3 weeks.
yes, we'll wrap it up. When you can't sleep, this just popped in my head. When you can't sleep, do you ever just get up and start doing things? Or do you-
What I'll do is
He lays there and starts doing.
I'll
things.
get up and I'll just watch TV or something.
okay, watch TV or something.
Yeah.
I use
You-
my phone.
You use your phone. Somebody I'm talking to today goes, it's hitting me now. I couldn't sleep, so I got up at 3:00 in the morning and I went to Planet Fitness because they're 24 hours, and I worked out. Got a great workout in, and I came home and I was all juiced up and everything, and now I'm hitting a wall.
I've thought about that. And
You
the
have?
only reason I didn't, and it was to go to the gym actually, but it was cold out, and I was like, I just don't want to
Fuck
get out
that,
and go in the
man.
cold
Right.
Man,
because I figured if I went worked out, then I'd come home and I'd be tired and
yes,
You know,
you
be
get
good, but-
sleep,
yeah.
right? And maybe you
that
sleep for a
cold. I
couple
was
more
like,
hours.
fuck this.
Do you ever feel it in the wrist prior to this
Yeah, I
break?
did because of the surgery I had before.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
pin and stuff, you can
Yeah.
feel it. Woo! All right, now look at that.
The cold bothers me, man. I told you. Now I really hate the
I
cold.
know,
See,
I know. Cold bit you back. I sent him an email today. Ice one, Matt nothing.
it's so right.
Was the garbage can supposed to be out there? Was somebody supposed to have brought it in already?
I'm the only one there, so I'm the only one who can bring it in.
All right.
I hear you. Good detective work.
trying
Though.
to-
I should have to do it next morning, damn it.
For Matt Reese and his injured wrist, for Mark, for Kevin with another great game, and I think we need to take it on the road, do it
I
live,
agree.
put it together. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
Seems they were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates.